Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with the foundation occasion tag. I saw Morgan Turner here on YouTube did it and I was like, wow, what a wonderful idea, because we all have a foundation we use for different occasions, and I figured it's such a great tag. And she said that the original tag came from Charlotte Holdcroft. She's also here on YouTube. She's based in London. I have seen her videos several times. So I figured, why not do a foundation occasion tag? There are 10 occasions. I switched out one, and when I get to that, I'll let you guys know. But I'm going to list it exactly how she listed, except for that one. All right. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first tag is date night, going out on an evening. And I'm thinking more of maybe the first date or the second date. You really want to impress, but you know the way men are. You don't want them to think, you know, you're catfishing them. So, but you still want to cover whatever flaws you have or whatever, but you want to keep it natural and pretty and beautiful. So I went with the Nars. This is the Natural Longwear Foundation. I have mine in the shade Macao. I'm going to list all my comparable foundation shades in the description box. And I think this is the perfect foundation for date night, going out in the evening, and especially, like I said, a first date, because you know you want to look natural, but yet you want to look pretty. And I think this is exactly what this does. It's such a fabulous foundation. And I had a few in this category, but I went with this one. I think this would be perfect. All right. So the second occasion is school, like going to school or running errands. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying as well, I'm not into like BB creams and CC creams and stuff like that. So all of mine are gonna be proper foundation, literally gonna be foundations, because if I'm gonna wear foundation, I'm gonna do a full beat regardless. So, but for going out and like running errands, I went with the Makeup Forever, the Reboot foundation, and I have it in the shade Y528. And I think this is a perfect foundation for like going to school and stuff like that. It stays in place, looks very natural. You can also like run an errand with it. And I'm talking about like when you run an errand, you're probably going to like what? Supermarket, you want to Target, Walgreens, Sephora. So I think this is the perfect foundation for like school and running errands. And like I said, I have it in the shade Y528. All right, so the third foundation tag is a work day, like the foundation you wear in your workplace. Now, of course, work days can vary for everybody. Most people have a 9 to 5. Some people do 16 hours. Some people do 18 hours. Some people do overtime. Some people do overnight. But for me, of all the foundations that I had to choose from for this category, I wanted the one that would stand up the most, don't make you look crazy by the end of the day, no matter how long your day is. And I'm thinking mostly for a long work day. And I have to say, I went with my MAC Studio Fix foundation. I'm in the shade NC50. Especially in the summertime, this foundation does not move. You put it on and it literally sticks to your face. It doesn't move. Every time I've gone on vacation, like last year when I went to Barbados, this was the foundation I was wearing. It does not move. This is tried and true. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. No matter how many new foundations I get, I'm always gonna have this foundation as one of just one of the best foundations I own. So that is for a work day. All right. So fourth is for a wedding. You're a wedding guest. Now I would say for a wedding, or if you're a wedding guest, I would want my foundation to be soft, but I want a full coverage, but I want something like glowy, but not greasy. And I want it long lasting. So I went with my Givenchy Teint Everwear foundation. And I have this in the shade N430, right? N430. And I've recently been using this foundation on my channel. I've spoken about it so much. This is such A beautiful, beautiful foundation, hands down. And this, I think, would be so perfect if you're going to a wedding. Your skin is going to look so beautiful, so soft, so like naturally glowy, like you're glowing from within. Your skin is going to look so pretty. So I went with this for a wedding guest. All right, so next occasion is clubbing. Now, girl, even when I wasn't married and stuff or have kids, I wasn't going to the club. So I don't know what the club scene is like now, but I could just imagine you're in the club and you're raging and you're dancing, but you still want to look cute. So I went with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And because, first of all, this foundation is so beautiful. When I had done my foundation roundup, I had chosen this as my favorite. It still is of all the foundations that I had reviewed last year. And you just need one pump of this. And you get a full coverage because it's super, super pigmented. I'm in the shade 14 Cool. It's such a beautiful foundation and it stays matte, but you may see a little bit of maybe like shine coming through, but it looks so pretty when the shine comes through. It stays in place. It's so beautiful and flawless. If you dance and get sweaty and whatever, I don't think this is going to move. You're still going to look very, very flawless. You're still going to look very sophisticated. I think this is the perfect clubbing foundation. All right, so next category is when Morgan Turner did hers, she had gym and exercise. I personally, I don't like go to a gym, but I would never wear makeup to a gym if I were going to a gym. So I switched that out and I chose job interview because that's like really important, right? Even if you're doing it on Zoom, you still want to look your best. And for job interview, I went with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have it in the shade 10. I think this is a perfect interview foundation. It's like a medium coverage. It's not so full coverage. You don't look as though your makeup is caked on. You could probably put like 1.5 pumps, tone it down a little bit. Just maybe you can spot conceal because you don't want to go in there with a whole bright under eye. And at least I wouldn't for a job interview. And so I think this would be the perfect foundation for a job interview. It's flawless. There's so many categories. There's so many foundations I was thinking about for this category. And this was my most difficult category when I was looking at my foundations. But I finally settled on this one because this one could have also been for like a first date or date night. But that one to me is a little bit more, it just looks a little bit more natural. And that's why I chose the Nars for date night. But I think this would be the perfect job interview. All right, so the next category is a festival. Now, I'm assuming most festivals are going to be outdoors. You're going to be in the sun. You're going to be moving around. And maybe you're going to have water poured on you from the stage and all the stuff they spray out from those, the kind of confetti guns and stuff. So I went with my Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I have this in the shade 4. What's my shade? I have 4.30. Yeah, 4.30. As you guys know, I love this foundation. This was my favorite foundation of 2018. This is another foundation, just like the MAC foundation, that does not move at all. So I was thinking to myself, if I'm at a festival, I'm outside, it's kind of warm. I want a foundation that's not going to move. It's not going to look crazy when somebody looks at me like, what is going on with her face? So I chose this. I think it's the perfect foundation for a festival. To me, it's a full coverage, but you have to build it up. Or you can do a really light coverage, or you can get a medium coverage. It depends on how much you put. If I'm going to a festival, I probably would try for a medium coverage, but I think this is the perfect festival foundation. The next category is everyday. I also had a difficult time choosing everyday foundation, especially from all, I have so many foundations. But I finally settled on my NYX Born to Glow. And this is so easy, so light, and has such a flawless finish. And you know, when you say everyday foundation, this is a foundation that you're going to reach for, not because, oh, I'm going to run an errand, I'm going to, all the categories. You're going to be like, oh, I need to go to my sister's house, or I'm, you know, going to, I don't know, go for a drive somewhere, or I'm going to pick up something. You're just going to, I'm going to throw my everyday foundation. This foundation is the best foundation, I think, for that. And I have it in the shade Warm Mahogany. When you put this foundation on, it does not look like it's, well, this is considered a drugstore foundation, right? It doesn't really look like a drugstore foundation. It looks like you're wearing a very expensive foundation, but it's so natural looking, in my opinion. It has like a little glow to it. You do have to powder it down. I would suggest not wearing this without a powder. But it just looks so flawless and so effortless. To me, this is just like, okay, my everyday foundation. So I chose this for my everyday foundation. All right, so the next category is a pool party. I had a difficult time with this, not because of like choosing what foundation or like, oh, the category. It's just like a pool party. I just never thought of it because I don't think I've ever been to a pool party, honestly. But I was thinking, okay, I'm sitting by the pool, maybe people are walking around, maybe I get some water splashed on me. Maybe you'll be in the shade at some point, maybe you'll be out of the shade at some point. So I went with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I have it in the shade Chai. And this foundation, as you know, when this foundation launched, it was so exciting because, you know, it was a collaboration with Jackie Aina. They extended the shades, and I was one of the people when I just started my channel that reviewed this foundation, and I fell in love with it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I think this probably could have been placed in a few of the other categories, but I chose pool party because, of course, at a pool party, you want to look your sexiest. You know, you're not wearing a lot of clothes. Maybe you have a wrap. I don't know. And you just want like a very sexy face and a nice full coverage foundation because, like I said, I'm a full coverage girl. And I think this would be perfect. A lot of people probably would choose like a BB cream and stuff like that, but I'm going full out. So this would be my choice, the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I have it in the shade Chai. Now the last category is when you want to look your most beautiful. And I chose my, of course, I chose my La Mer, the foundation. And this is in the shade Sienna. I'm wearing it today. I mean, it does make you feel your most beautiful. This foundation is just so, it's just absolutely stunning, guys. It's expensive as hell. It's like $120 something, I think. I hope I'm not, well, it's somewhere around there. But it's so beautiful. Has a very strong scent, but to me, it doesn't last that long. I just did my makeup. I can still smell a little bit, but I can tolerate it. To me, I feel like a Barbie when I wear this. I feel like my face just looks beyond flawless. It's so stunning. The way it sits on your skin, it never creases. My laugh line always remains intact. And it just gives like a soft, very soft focus look, in my opinion. It's just, I don't know, this definitely makes me feel like my most beautiful. So this is what I chose. I thought this was such a great tag, and I hope more women of color see it and maybe try to do it. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.